Hi friends, thanks so much for being here. In this video, I'll be reacting to the latest Hogwarts, I want to say Harry Potter every time. The latest Hogwarts Legacy gameplay review. And as a true Potterhead, I have a lot to say about it. I don't know about you guys, but growing up, I played a lot of the old school Harry Potter games. I think it was on my PlayStation 2 actually, so way back. I remember that I especially liked the first two games, so Philosopher's Stone and Chamber of Secrets, because that was like the first time we could explore Hogwarts and take classes and collect chocolate fur cards. Oh, and I also remember I played a lot because I really like this game of Harry Potter and the Quidditch World Cup on my GameCube. Good times. 20 years later, we can finally explore Hogwarts again with Hogwarts Legacy. So now we're going to look at the Hogwarts Legacy gameplay reveal together, so you'll get my reaction and of course all the little Potterhead details that you might have missed. It's not my first reaction though, because I have watched it once already. I am probably gonna be as excited as the first time I saw it because I'm like a true fan and I go bananas over everything Harry Potter. But before we take a look, a big thank you to my patrons. You guys are amazing, awesome. Thank you so much for your support. It's really fun over there. We have exclusive content, polls, posts, that kind of stuff. So if you feel like that is something for you, then definitely head over to patreon.com, type in my name or click on the link in my description. Let's watch it. I'm so excited. I already have goosebumps.
Lumos.
So it's in-game footage, work in progress. Ooh.
What do you think you're doing here, humans?
Oh, gosh. I could already cry right now. Okay, I love this.
Welcome to Hogwarts Legacy. You're a new student at the famed School of Witchcraft and Wizardry with a unique...
Okay, I'm gonna stop it right here because we've already seen a lot of stuff. I noticed that the costume that they're wearing is really authentic looking. So for this, it's Gryffindor and you have the exact same robes as seen in the movies, but then with just an old school touch to them. It looks really, really awesome. Then of course the overview of Hogwarts, that looked amazing. Then we have the different magical creatures, so the centaurs, and they live in the Forbidden Forest. That's really exciting. We also saw a troll and some other creatures that you will probably have to defeat while going on your journey through Hogwarts and beyond. And I paused it because I just love this, that we can see a lot of the interior of Hogwarts. We can see several students, I think the main entrance, and then the iconic fires. And I think we can also see some banners of the different houses. There's definitely a lot of attention to detail.
Powerful ancient magic hidden in the wizarding world. You'll need to uncover what's behind the return of this forgotten magic and who is seeking to harness it to destroy wizard kind.
I love how ugly it looks.
The fate of the entire wizarding world.
Okay, this part is really interesting because here we can see the Great Hall with the floating candles, loads of details, and then the headmaster's chair, because I think this is the sorting hat ceremony right before that scene. And the headmaster's chair is empty. So the guy that is walking towards the big table is probably our headmaster. So customizable, I totally forgot about that. Really cool that you can add like scars and stuff and different hair colors. The sorting hat ceremony. So the guy on the left is probably the headmaster. Then of course, all the common rooms. How amazing. It looks so amazing. And then of course we can get sorted into different houses. So this is my house, the Ravenclaw common room. And as far as I can tell, they went with the books. They chose a blue and bronze and an eagle, not a raven.
So you are the new student.
You'll begin your studies attending charms, defense against the dark arts, herbology, and potions classes, to name a few.
So cool.
Oh, hello, class. Please welcome the newest rose in our garden.
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work. But I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge.
The best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two.
First of all, I'm beyond excited that we get to take classes. That's like every kid's dream. Everyone that grew up with the Harry Potter books or are still reading the Harry Potter books or just discovered Harry Potter want to be at Hogwarts and take these classes. So that's amazing. The other thing that I noticed, and you might see this throughout this gameplay reveal video, that there are green flames. And the only thing that I can think of when seeing green flames is flue powder. So could these be like fast travel points where you can throw a little bit of flue powder in the flame and then go to a different location?
For a proper Hogwarts welcome.
And we can duel.
You may begin.
Wow.
Not bad for a beginner.
I seem to remember that there were duels in the old school Harry Potter games as well. Not sure about that though, so if you remember, let me know. Then there's, of course, potions, another essential class at Hogwarts. I myself would love to see Hogwarts history or stuff like that within these classes. Divination perhaps. We also get to explore Hogwarts and find all these new, never before seen locations. We can see the main character using the Accio spell to pull himself towards this other platform. So there seem to be some puzzle elements in this game, and that is something I absolutely love. Those are the elves at the kitchen. That's amazing. I've always wanted to visit that location, and this looks like the prefect's bathroom. And an iconic thing about that bathroom is the mermaid's painting. Some more beautiful locations. And then here we can see nearly headless Nick. I'm really excited about seeing him because I did a video, NPCs we might see in Hogwarts Legacy, and he was one of the characters that I expected. Because nearly headless Nick, the Grey Lady, and the Bloody Baron were already ghosts around the late 1800s. So it makes sense that we get to hang out with nearly headless Nick. This is the history class. Okay, I would love to follow that class. I'm a sucker for everything history. So it looks like you can retrieve hidden objects, find books, then these games. There's obviously Quidditch. Ooh, and then also a dangerous mystery. So this part is more about everything outside of Hogwarts and the open world that you get to explore.
The magical abilities you learn to master through your schoolwork will soon become tested as you unravel a dangerous mystery by working alongside the accomplished and yet enigmatic Professor Fig to try and discover if the rumors of a mounting goblin rebellion hold any weight, and if the safety of Hogwarts lies in the balance.
Okay, so here's a cool detail that I wanted to share with you guys. We can see the daily prophet, and then it has a date. It says Monday, September the 1st, 1890. This is a huge reveal if you ask me, because that might mean we get to meet some characters from the Harry Potter books. For example, Albus Dumbledore was 9 years old in 1890, and at 11 years old, you attended Hogwarts. So we could potentially meet Albus Dumbledore as an 11-year-old at Hogwarts. And then there's, of course, Phineas Nigellus Black, who was a headmaster at the time. And that was probably the guy we saw walking in the Great Hall. And luckily, Voldy wasn't around at this time, just his father and mother. So it seems that the Goblin Rebellion is the thing that we need to battle.
Great a threat he really is. Ranrock's loyalists are capable of so much more than people realize.
The wizarding world of this era is fraught with dangers. Creatures corrupted by a magical force, powerful goblins, and sinister witches and wizards, all willing to fight, even kill, to achieve their own goals. In fact, there's an uneasy alliance between the goblins and dark wizards. You said you could get to the truck.
So what I found very interesting about this part is that it's kind of hints towards dark magic also for our main character. So I'm curious to see if that is just as it is, like linear gameplay, or that you can make in-game choices towards being a good character or a darker character. This is another cool spell, Priori Incantatem. That's kind of a reference, I think, to the Battle of Hogwarts and Harry and Voldy. We could see some Death Eaters, so that's definitely the dark side of magic. We can also see the R1 button, that probably means that we can manipulate objects.
Allows you to deflect ranged spells and direct weapon strikes.
Defender!
Counterattack with powerful stunning charms.
There's no gore, you don't see blood or anything else, I think. But you can definitely see that we are damaging people or setting them on fire. We can also see the Infra, I think that's how you pronounce it, and those are dead bodies that are reanimated by a dark wizard's curse. And overall, the fighting looks really good. There's a lot of color, a lot of movements, and it all seems really fluent. Oh damn.
Slam with Descendo. Roast with Incendio.
Oh.
Devastate your enemies using various finishes. You can even use the mysterious, powerful magic.
And because we can see the weather changing during these scenes, I'm going to assume that there's a time lapse, or that you are actually going to go through a whole year or maybe a couple of years.
In addition to classes and spells, you'll have access to a deep set of upgrades, talents, and skills to aid your progression as a wizard.
Let's take a look at this screen because there's a lot to see here. So this is kind of the menu. We can see character, inventory, that's pretty basic for an RPG, talents, collections. So there is stuff to collect, and that's something I really liked about the old school games. You could collect chocolate frog cards, jelly beans, house points. So hopefully that is something we can do in this game as well. Then there are challenges. So could these be the jewels that we've seen before? There's a map, owl posts. So this could either be a co-op option. If you have any ideas, let me know what owl post means. Then there's the word quests, which suggests that there's an in-game story, a linear progress, but there's also the possibility, the option to go out and do these different quests, which will probably earn you talent points or experience. These talent cards look really, really awesome, and I'm excited to find out what these are.
Complete challenges throughout the world to earn experience. Level up your abilities by choosing talents to upgrade your spells, plants, and potions to increase their power. Decide which talents best fit your playstyle to allow you to focus on your favorite types of magic. You can also loot, buy, or craft your own magical gear that will increase your offensive and defensive capabilities in combat. Gear can be upgraded and specialized to allow for greater...
I really like the option of crafting your own gear and then upgrading it. You can collect certain plants and ingredients, brew your own potions, and you can even use these plants in battle. I'm a tiny bit worried about the combat system because there's just so much to do. You can use plants during battles like mandrakes, you can use spells, you can upgrade your weapons, and usually when games do this, it tends to make the game really easy because if you're like a true RPG player, you want to collect it all, and before you know it, you're too strong for certain enemies, and that kind of takes away from the gameplay. So I do hope that they have adjusted for that, or that there's an option to choose between maybe easy, medium, hard, that kind of stuff. But I do love that there's this huge variety of things that you can do in this game. And then there's of course the flying. I mean, don't we all want to fly in a broom? And the fact that it is also outside of Quidditch, because we haven't seen Quidditch yet, so it might just be flying on a broom outside of Hogwarts, but hopefully we can also play Quidditch.
Some abilities may be taught to you by students who become your friends. As you develop relationships with these schoolmates, They can accompany you on your journey as your companions. And over time, you'll learn their stories.
This is our chance.
Natsai Onai is a brave adventurer driven by the justice she seeks.
I'm also pretty excited about these companions. So are they going to be a part of your group so that you can use them during battles? Or is it just a companion that you meet at Hogwarts and they can teach you something or give you a quest? And then in this part, we can see Peeves in the background. And that was another one that I predicted for the NPCs we might see. I said I would love to see Peeves, the poltergeist, and there he is in his colorful outfit. Fun fact, Peeves is mentioned a lot in the books and plays a pretty big part in certain scenes with Fred and George, but he is never seen in the movies. There was an actor that played Peeves, but then they decided to edit it out, and there he is in Hogwarts Legacy.
One of the most remarkable secrets of Hogwarts is known as the Room of Requirement. You're introduced to this space that seems to sense what you need and then provides it for you.
I wish this was real.
Since you need to catch up to your peers, the room provides space for you to sow and harvest plants, brew potions, and upgrade your gear. A helpful house elf named Deke helps you discover vivariums that allow you to nurture your own menagerie of magical beasts.
What is it? Jake isn't sure. Only one way to find out.
That's
you can
amazing.
freely customize this space to reflect your personality and magical specialties.
I think it's brilliant that they added the Room of Requirement as a location where you can do all kinds of fun stuff, because that's basically what the Room of Requirement is. It appears and it gives you what you need. And one of the things that we can do there is create our own little space, our own menagerie. We can also see that for a cottage, we need 20 moonstones. So there are resources required to build these. I love collecting things in game, so that's perfect for me. But again, I'm a little bit worried that it's really easy to collect the moonstones, because when you look here, this person has 694 moonstones. So I hope they didn't make it too easy to find all these resources.
You'll want to visit the nearby wizarding village of Hogsmeade, where
Yeah, I
lots of
do.
shops and vendors can provide you with the supplies you require.
Oh man.
From potion ingredients and recipes, to seeds for magical plants, to all sorts of has its dangerous side. A band of dark witches and wizards emboldened by the turmoil of the times wander the village.
Did you guys see that? There was Ollivander in the background, makers of fine wands. We get to choose our wands. No wait, the wand chooses the wizard.
Outskirts. You must avoid them or defeat them. As you explore, you'll find the world surrounding Hogwarts is alive with activity, wonders, and areas of unusual interest. As the school year progresses, dynamic seasons and climates will fill the sky with lightning or sunshine, or coat the ground with snow or rain.
I love
Unique
that.
wizarding hamlets pepper the countryside, each with vendors and residents who have stories to tell, and missions with which they could use your assistance. Be on the lookout for enchanting magical puzzles that may very well have been designed by Merlin himself when he was a student at Hogwarts.
That's
Magical beasts
amazing.
roam the lands outside the castle walls.
So apparently outside of the puzzles that you get to solve within Hogwarts, there are also puzzles outside of Hogwarts designed by Merlin himself.
Corrupted by mysterious dark magic, while others are at risk of poachers.
Mooncalves!
If you're feeling benevolent, you can rescue them and
They are my
restore them to
favorite.
health in the Room of Requirement.
And we can see Thestral, so that means our main character that we play has seen death. Interesting. And apparently there are also dungeons that are not necessarily part of the main storyline, but you just get to go there if you want to, and then there's loot or some chests or rewards that you get for completing that dungeon. It seems like a very, very big game. Fingers crossed.
Be careful where you choose to explore, as it may lead you down a darker path. Master spells. Befriend new allies, journey across a landscape never seen before, uncover ancient secrets, combat mystical threats, learn long-forgotten mysteries, become the witch or wizard you want to be as you leave your unique mark on the wizarding world. Here, in Hogwarts Legacy.
I told you I'm a major fan, so I'm already crying. Oh man. Okay, Live the Unwritten Holiday 2022. I am not entirely sure which holiday they mean, but I do hope it's not Christmas because that's going to take a long time. I have seen so many details. There's this huge open world, lots of stuff to collect, to complete, to do. It seems like a huge open world RPG with loads of locations to explore. I was already in love with this game because it's like my kid dream come true, but now I'm even more excited. I just need to find myself a PlayStation 5. I cannot find one. It's sold out every time, and I really want to play it on my PlayStation 5. But we'll get there. We'll get there. I still have some time left. I probably missed a lot, so if you guys have seen any other things, details, have theories about this game, let me know in the comments. And I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then please give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching, and let's stay in touch.